warmly welcome you in the second episode of Devine Krishna, and especially today's episode we will be using same shades, plus we will be using some bit of red also, and black and brown. These three additional shades we'll be using. And before I proceed with the episode number 2, I just want to show you what we did yesterday. So we created the background. We started with the patello blue, then top of that silver and white we have used, and we have also put a small sketch, especially eyes and lip side. If you missed the episode number 1, please go and check out my YouTube channel. You'll be finding the top video there. Now let's continue with the episode number 2. So we'll start with the same painting, and today we will be giving more detail on eyes and especially nose part, and we will also try to draw the flute also today. This is painting, and brush also we can use this angular brush and one fine brush. If you remember the list also, there's only 2 brushes we will be using. Additionally, flat is required, we'll use the flat also. So we'll start with the angular. Angular will help you especially on the face side. So what we'll do, let's take some blue. And some bit of white. So we'll try to highlight the eyes part. So our background is already blue here. So what we want to do, we want to highlight the eyes, and then further we will use the black color to just give the especially highlights to the eyes. So because blue is already dried, and I want to again give certain shade, so I have to again use the blue. And let's continue here. Use blue, give the background. Now some portion of white. Okay. We'll try to highlight this. That's all. Only this much. Same way, do the other one. Give the blue. Use some portion of white, and just ensure you are using angular brush, because angular brush helps to give the lines, especially the clean lines. And let's continue here. Now below eye, I just want to highlight some light type of portion. So what I'll do, I'll do the slightly dry brushing. I'll use the same shade. This time I will not use blue, but I'll just take some portion of white on the same brush, and I will just drag the brush below eyes especially. And this is a dry brushing we are doing. Just to drag it, so it will give us slightly highlights here. Same part, technique used in the other eyes also below, and each time stroke is different. Yesterday's stroke was different, it was tapping more. Today is a dry brushing. Just use some more white and just do the dry brushing here. That's all. This much is done. Now let's take some portion of black to give a shade on the face, slightly darker. And I'm using the same brush because angular works good with the lines. So here I'll be just using the black slightly, and I will give a darker shade here. You can use some water. Always remember, anytime it can turn into grey, but we need to ensure it is slightly darker shade of the blue. Okay. Because we are trying to represent shadow here. Okay. Now let's take blue, some portion of blue, and just on top of that give that shade. Now use some more blue part, and especially where your shapes are there differently, just make it slightly darker. Nose we will highlight it later. Okay, we are just right now we are working on the abstract face only. And don't worry about the face shape, because anyway we have to give the again tapping, so just make it round, that is also fine. Okay. Now let's take some more blue and near especially nose part give a boundary here, which will represent a shadow only, darker, darker side of the nose. Same you do in the other side also. And just do the dry brushing. Okay, this all you can wash now, brush, and dry it. Now we'll take slightly fine brush, thin, and we'll try to give the shapes to the eyes, eyebrows, etc. And from here only, because it's already wet here, complete the nose part. So you give the base shade blue only here. Okay, now we'll take some white, and we will try to highlight the especially this nose part. So just do like this. Okay. And some more, just extend that on the forehead side. Same brush you can use, or you can give because I'm continuing the other part also, so I'll be using the same brush, so it will give the same shade, and it will highlight your eyes also because you are slightly making the other area slightly lighter, so it will highlight the darker side of the painting. So just give that and ensure the lines which you have drawn, right, you try to manage them, otherwise you have to again draw with the brush. Yeah, that's all. Good thing is this is all abstract, so nothing to worry too much. Just enjoy this part. So we are basically highlighting the face. Now I'll use some more white and I will just create some abstract patterns, okay, around the face. Same I'll do this side also. Now take some blue and slightly make it like blending. It's not exactly shading, but it is like creating layers of blend. Rest is up to you actually. It's not exactly necessary to follow each and every brush stroke the way you want to, but ensure this eyes and especially face part, it's coming out well. Rest is, it's up to you. Now let's just highlight here some blue also, and some more portion, because yesterday we tabbed it, so it has created one layer. Now we are just highlighting the abstract part especially, like this. And some bit of, you can refer the actual picture also, but you can use your creativity also, the way you want to create it, but ensure your face, especially face, is a highlight, rest is a background. It's like mist, right? If anything is remaining, you can definitely do anytime, but for the timing this is fine. Okay. Now we'll highlight eyes line. So what we'll do, we can use directly black, but if it is black is too dark, then you can use dark blue. You can just slightly mix black in the blue and just give this eyes a perfect line, a curve actually, and like this. We have to wait for to give the another stroke. Now let's continue. When you are painting this, use a small size canvas because that will help you to give a proper detail. Then you can try that in the bigger canvas. Now below this eye, let it dry. Meanwhile, I'll just add some hair part. Just a few for the representation. Remember, this is abstract. Just representing. That's all. That's all. Now we'll be painting. Just wash the same, use the brush. We'll be painting the lips part. So in lips, I'm going to use slightly darker, or you can say maroon. So you can directly use maroon or just take a red, and I'll be slightly mixing with the one drop of black, and I will be giving shape to the lips. So give it complete. Shading part we'll do it later. And highlight also. Okay. This is your base layer. Now just give shades. So here is already dark, so we'll make it slightly darker, but ensure it is visible. Okay. That's all. Wash it and let it dry, because this highlight I will do it once it is dry. Now this is already, eyes part is already dried. I'm going to take some white and I will give a further layer below this. Ensure it is very fine, not too much white. You can mix with the blue slightly or light blue. Okay. That's all. Now let's take blue, and on top of that give in such a way white is visible but it doesn't look like line, so it will look like lid. And that's all. If required, you can do a slightly dry brushing here. Just a minute. Okay. Like this. So this part will get mixed in the background. Okay. So it's not exactly the dark circle, but yeah, normally this part is a dark, but it's not. It's a exactly not exact portrait, right? This is 1 second. Now we'll just complete this, and with this we'll close the today's episode. Nose part. That's all. Now, so one more last part, take some white and just highlight. I think it became too much. Let me correct it. So in acrylic you can always correct that issue. That's it. Let it be like this, and the remaining part we'll do tomorrow episode. So with this we have almost completed the episode 2, and I'm pretty happy with this, the shape which came out. Now face part is almost completed. So in tomorrow's episode, which is our final Janmashtami episode, you can see it's looking pretty well also. See, so we'll be decorating this, in the sense we'll put a feather and garland and this one, earrings. So this is part, and also flute. That is very important. I missed it. I planned it for today, but it's okay. So let's do that tomorrow. And if you missed episode 1 and 2, I highly recommend you please complete that. So thank you so much for joining for episode 2, and I hope you will enjoy this activity tomorrow also. And please do join tomorrow's episode. Even if you haven't joined today and yesterday's episode, please do join and be part of it, because this is our tribute for the especially Janmashtami. So thank you so much. Bye bye, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.